Your RAM is hiding factory features that can save you a dealer visit, a brake job, or a wasted trip back to the house. Some are molded under the armrest. Some are buried in Uconnect menus. One is the same reset dealers charge around $150 to run. Start with the one you can check before you even leave the driveway. Open the center console on any 2019 or newer Ram 1500 with bucket seats. Lift the armrest lid and flip it over. Look at the underside. What you are looking at is a working protractor, rulers in both inches and centimeters, fraction to decimal conversions, wrench size references, and the Pythagorean theorem, all molded directly into the plastic. The only thing you lose by not knowing it is there is time spent looking up wrench conversions on your phone in a parking lot. That one lives under your armrest. This next one lives under your feet, and a surprising number of crew cab owners have never opened it. Pull back the rear floor mats in any Ram 1500 crew cab, 4th generation or 5th generation. Under each mat, you will find recessed storage bins built directly into the floor, one on each side. Removable liners for easy cleaning, and each bin has a drain plug at the bottom. Ram engineered these to double as in cabin coolers. Ice goes in, drinks go in, cold storage completely out of sight for the entire trip. Look closely at the liner edges, and you will find ruler measurements stamped right in. One important note: this is a crew cab exclusive on 4th generation trucks. Quad cabs and mega cabs do not have it. And if you are running aftermarket floor mats, those mats can cover the access lids entirely. Your backup camera is not locked to reverse gear. On any 2016 or newer Ram with the 8.4-inch screen, go into the Controls menu and select Backup Camera. The live rear view comes up while you are in drive and stays active until you close it. On the 12-inch screen in 5th generation trucks, access it through the vehicle menu and pin a shortcut to the top bar for one-tap access while moving. Checking a trailer load without pulling over, watching for cargo shift in the bed on a highway on ramp, monitoring a bike rack on a crowded interstate. The camera is already there. You paid for it. There is also a park view delay setting under Safety and Driving Assistance that keeps the rear camera running for about 10 seconds after you shift from reverse into drive. Now the 12-inch screen has one more trick, and it is the fastest fix for the most frustrating Ram infotainment problem. On 5th generation Ram 1500s with the 12-inch screen, when the display freezes or Bluetooth drops or the system just goes strange, hold both the volume knob and the tuner knob at the same time for about 15 seconds. The screen reboots completely, no settings lost, no dealer visit. This fixes the majority of screen behavior issues without erasing a single saved preference. Try it before you ever call the dealer. The next feature is one Ram removed from production around 2013, but the hardware never left. On 4th generation Ram trucks, 2009 through 2012 specifically, pressing unlock once and then immediately pressing and holding unlock again rolled both front windows all the way down from across a parking lot. Ram pulled the feature because owners were pocket pressing it during rainstorms and coming back to soaked interiors, but the hardware for this function still lives inside the body control module of most 4th generation trucks. It is software locked, not physically removed. On trucks from 2013 through 2018, the ALFA OBD app paired with a Bluetooth OBD2 adapter, roughly $30 to $50, can flip it back on. Z Automotive also makes a TAZER module that handles this on 4th generation trucks. The feature was deleted by software. The software can be changed. If your Ram has the RamBox bed rail storage system, open a compartment and look at the bottom. There is a drain plug. Ram designed these compartments to function as factory-built coolers. Ice goes in, cold drinks stay cold, and the whole setup is built into the truck itself. Now, look at the driver's side compartment more carefully. There is a 115-volt outlet inside it, 400 watts maximum, enough for a laptop, charger, a work light, or a small power tool. Here is where it breaks down. That outlet requires activation from a button near the driver's left knee, next to the headlight switch, inside the cab. You cannot find it from the bed. On most trucks, a bed power outlet is an aftermarket add-on that costs $300 or more to install. On a Ram with RamBox, it came from the factory. The only thing preventing you from using it was a button location Ram put in the least obvious place possible. If your Ram has the active level air suspension, you can trigger entry-exit mode, the lowest setting that drops the truck roughly 2 inches directly from the key fob before you even walk up to the vehicle. Wake the truck with one press. Press the suspension button on the fob, and the truck begins lowering. You will hear chirps and see the hazards flash as the system confirms. 3 conditions must be met. All doors must be closed, the battery must be sufficiently charged, and the truck must not already be at entry-exit height. When those are met, the truck is at its lowest point before you reach the door. Loading heavy cargo, helping an older family member get in, getting a large dog settled in the back cab. Ram built the fob command in from the factory. The truck comes to you. The Uconnect engineering menu is one of the most documented and least discussed features in the Ram owner community. On any Ram from 2013 through 2021, with the 8.4-inch screen, press and hold the driver's side temperature up and temperature down buttons simultaneously. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds. A hidden menu appears with exactly 13 diagnostic tools, including a full factory reset. This is the menu Ram technicians access when your infotainment misbehaves. The factory reset fixes frozen screens, Bluetooth pairing failures, GPS glitches, and the random behavior owners describe as the screen just going crazy. Dealers have charged roughly $100 to $160 for a Uconnect reset. This menu performs in 30 seconds, documented repeatedly on the Ram owner forums going back to 2013. Here is the detail the other videos miss. After a trailer hitch install, the rear cross-path detection system on 4th and 5th generation trucks frequently throws false alerts because the sensor geometry has changed. That calibration reset lives inside this engineering menu. On most trucks, recalibrating a safety sensor after a hitch install means a dealer visit and a diagnostic fee. On a Ram with the 8.4-inch screen, it is 2 fingers and 30 seconds. $160 stays in your pocket. Diesel Ram owners, whether you are running the 6.7-liter Cummins or the 3.0-liter EcoDiesel, most of you press the exhaust brake button once and move on. There are 2 completely different modes, and the only way to tell them apart is a color change on the dash that most drivers never notice. One press gives you full exhaust brake. The indicator goes amber. That mode activates every time you lift off the throttle. Press again. The indicator goes green. That is smart mode, which activates only when you actually press the brake pedal or when cruise control needs to hold speed downhill. Press a 3rd time, and the system turns off. Here is what the experienced tower knows, widely documented on the Cummins diesel forums. Combining full exhaust brake with tow haul mode forces the transmission to downshift aggressively on descents, keeping engine revolutions per minute high and letting the engine do the braking work. One Ram owner documented a Colorado mountain descent running amber mode alone at 60,000 miles. Brake smell by the bottom, $280 in pads. He found the green mode and tow haul combination by accident on the next trip. No brake smell. Same descent, completely different outcome. A brake job on a Ram 2500 or 3500 at a dealer runs roughly $300 to $600 depending on configuration. If you are towing through elevation and not combining these two systems, you are burning through pads you do not need to. Catch this now, and it costs nothing. Keep running amber only, and the bill comes at your next brake inspection. None of it required a dealer visit. The one action worth doing this week is the engineering menu check. If you have the 8.4-inch screen, run the menu. If your cross-path detection has been throwing false alerts since your hitch went on, run the calibration reset. And if you are a diesel owner who only ever pressed the exhaust brake once, press it again. Watch the indicator change color.